Yeah, hi there, and welcome back. So let us continue. And in the previous lecture, we have added the dependencies for our face detector or the ML kit. So next step is to go to our activity over here and add some UI. So first of all, I'll add the button. So let's add the button over here, and let us try to constrain it. So I've just constrained it. I think it's make 8 dp over here, and let's try to constrain it to left and right, and also to the bottom. The bottom should be of the 8 and 8 and 8 2. And let's set the width to match constraint. And let us try to change the background to tint color. So you can give any color. Let me give this color, and also let us change the text color. So I'm just going to select the text color from here, or else we can just go and get from the Android. Sorry, this is the button. Okay, so text color is white. That's good. And the text, let us say that's the BRO, the basic of the image, because we will be browsing the image from our storage. And we can also add the other button if you want to make use for the camera. So for now, we will be using a browse image. And let us add the image view. We need the image view to show our image. Okay, so I'll just select the empty one from here, and also assign it to the left and right, top, right, and to the left, and also to the bottom. Let us assign it to this, and left and right. It should be 8 and 8, and the width and height, let's to the match the constraint. Okay, and sorry, match the constraint, and we will set something like the scale type, and we'll set it as a fit center. That should be good. And let us keep the ID. So I'll just call it as a image view FSC face. Okay, that's look good. And the button ID we still have to provide. So I'll just say btn select image. I think that should be good. Just click on yes, and let's try to run our application, and let's see how it looks in the device. And let us wait for the application to come up. Okay, so that's look good. And so whenever we click on this one, we should get the add the select image. So for that, let's go over here and write some code. So I will get the image over here, and let's add the click listener dot set on click listener, and we need to set the on click listener. So what we will do is whenever the button is clicked, we will go and select the image. So for that, we have to make use of int and intent, and I'll just int and intent and dot the action get content. So we will get the content, and after that we can directly say run. So we'll make use of the extension function run, and when we make use of run, we don't have the access to the intent directly, so we don't have to every time mention the intent. So I can just say type, which is of I need a type of, sorry, what I typ type, right? So I need a type, and that should be of I will get the image, and let's get all of the images. And also I need to set the put extra, and here I'll just say intent dot let's say local only, so extra local only. We don't want to get the image from the online or the cloud, so like let's say Google Cloud or the Google Photos or any other online storage. We'll just make use of the local storage, and I'll just pass the second parameter as the true, and finally we can start the activity on result, and then pass the intent as this, and also the request code. So I have already created a request code over here. Just copy this one and paste it over here. And after that, we have to make use of the another function. See, we have to override on activity request result. So activity result, and this will get after when we select it. We should come over here and check that the if the request code, if the request code was equals to RC image picker, then we are correct, and we should go and check if the result code, sorry, RESULT result code was equals to ACTRP activity dot the result. Okay, if it was okay, then only we will go and get the data. So I'll just say, well, we will get a URI from the image picker, which is of the data. If not, no dot get the data. So get the data. And since we have the URI over here, we need to have another function that can convert the URI to the bitmap. So later we need to make use of the bitmap. So I'll create another function that will convert the URI to the bitmap. So let's go and create over here. I think at the down. So I'll just create a private function and get bitmap from URI. And over here we need to pass the parameter as the URI, which is from URI. Okay, and then this should return the bitmap for us. Okay, and now since we have the over here, I'll just make use of the media store. I think media store. Media store dot, I can say images dot the media, and we have a function to get bitmap. So get bitmap, I think we have, yeah. And this is already deprecated, so we have to check. So deprecated already. So here we have to pass the content resolver and the URI. And this is already deprecated. What we can do is it may not work properly. So I will take the, let's say, make use of return condition. Return if, I'll just say as build dot the version dot is a SDK int is less than of build dot the version code dot p is 28, and if it is less than 28, then we will go and set this one over there, or in the else if it is greater than p, then we'll go and say val, you can say it's for you as resource, which is because image decoder. We have to make use of image decoder on and the create source and pass the content so in the content resolver and the URI from the parameter. And then finally we can make use of our image decoder dot decode bitmap from the source. Okay, so that's great. And now since we have this function, we can get the bitmap from here. So val bitmap, which is equals to get the, sorry, what I did just now. So let me reverse that one. Sorry guys, that's just what I did over here. And val was a bitmap, which is equals to get the bitmap from URI, and I need to pass the URI over here. And it should be, we can check the not null and just wait and check whether it is not null. And finally, after that, we can set the image to our image view just to check whether we selected the proper image. And just go over here, and after that we'll go and set the bitmap over here. Just copy, set the bitmap, and over here. That's great, right? So let's run our application and let us try to test it out. And let us open our Illuminator and let's try to select the image. So I'll select some image. So let me select this one. So it's not okay. That's great. So whenever we select, that image is showing up. Let's try the Mr. Trump over here. Open that one. Yeah. And let's try the Miss Jessica from here. Okay, that's great. So all of the functionality that we have created is working. So that's all for this lesson. We'll do more on our coming lecture. So till then, have a great day.